The inspiration for the Black Women in Philanthropy Retreat really was the vision of a number of members, specifically Karen McNeil Miller and Toya Randall and Sharice West, as well as Gladys Washington. They wanted an opportunity to go to a place to relax and talk with Black women ourselves about what it means to lead in these organizations. So it was really their vision and their dream about how do we sort of create spaces for sharing, caring, and rest. The way in which we were going to be able to sustain the work was to take the time to rest and more importantly, rest in community.
We needed to create at least one safe space that Black women in philanthropy could come to, because we needed to talk about things that we endure in the white space of philanthropy. So we believed that we needed to create a connection between each other. We needed to build relationships. We needed to talk to one another, and we needed to be able to rely on one another. So our vision was to create a way to do that.
As a CEO, we need Black women in these positions, in these C-suite positions, because Black women keep you conscious, Black women keep you focused, Black women have the capacity and the competency to run your organization. And so for the Rising Sisters, it is to make sure that they have access to us. And prayerfully, we are mentoring and making space and sponsoring and recommending and putting these sisters into fellowships and positions where they can grow, develop, thrive.
Every event I went to, I just kept looking around and I didn't see my tribe. And I was like, I need some people I can talk to. I feel lonely. I feel that I need some connection. And it took Susan Taylor coming to ABFE to kind of help us put it together. And so, like immediately from the very first evening of the very first session, you could just feel people release. You could feel an exhale.
At that first retreat is also where I met Susan Taylor, former editor-in-chief of Essence magazine. And I have a video on my phone of all of us on the dance floor and teaching Susan how to wobble. And it was just such a joyous moment. That sort of moment where everybody's on the dance floor is a moment that everybody remembers every year, and I think a moment that everybody looks forward to every year.
Just from the very beginning, it felt like home. It felt like family reunion. The vision evolved, and I think the women helped evolve the vision, and I think it has morphed into what the women of this moment need.
I think as this retreat has grown, we've seen overall an increase in the understanding of the importance of rest. Most notably for Black women, because I think Black women carry so much on our shoulders as it relates to leading this sector. But overall, in the movement around racial justice and social justice, the notion of rest, the importance of rest has grown tremendously.
And so for this retreat, and the word retreat is on purpose, retreat to advance, right? Take time, step back to go forward. Stop for a moment, just take it all in, breathe, get full, and now let's move. In my 30 years, it has been my ABFE brothers and sisters that have walked with me, carried me, recommended me, promoted me, and I'm about to tear up.
It is a community that is representative of Black women across the talent pipeline. I've seen the growth of the retreat. I think the first retreat, we may have had 25, 30 women. The retreat is now 75 to 100 women from across the sector.
I think in any years to come, we're still gonna need each other, and we're still gonna want to be together. But I don't know that I have the crystal ball as to what the next 10 years will look like. I think the women who show up in this space, who crave this space, they'll inform each other and they will design what it looks like then.
Coming together for Black women in ways that we've imagined. You know, ABFE 50 years on in its history and legacy. The retreat is now 10 years in its history and legacy and has built to now convene 100 women.
I don't know if I had the vision 10 years ago of what it's become today, but I am happy that it is. A takeover in which women are empowered to use their voice, center their Blackness, unapologetically be who they are, and support and fund what needs to be supported and funded for Black communities in this country.